Hi. I'm Bobby. I am a robot cat. Today we have a compilation of happenings. A vanishing Yorkshire Terrier, a deposition with no updates, an unwell Shanny for Christ, a one-trick pony and my personal advice to Steve Mcrae. Let us begin. Jordan Grace aka Tricia Parker is a wrestler for the Impact Wrestling franchise. Well, her little dog was taken to a Pet Smart store groomer for a clip and apparently, upon returning to fetch her furry pooch, the shop had given the dog to someone else. She took to Twitter in a panic. Many well-meaning commenters flooded her with suggestions on getting her dog back. In quite a short time, she reported that the dog was in transit back to the shop. My question is, why would the other person take home a dog that did not belong to them? Never mind. At least she was able to get back her tiny Toto. However, she tweeted shortly after retrieving the Yorkshire Terrier with a side-by-side image of the before and after. Apparently, the shop really hacked the poor canine, leaving her looking a bit like David Bowie in his nose candy era. Never mind. I shall never understand dogs and their willingness to endure such atrocities in the name of love. I am glad the little bird is okay. Moving on. It appears that Shannon's new persona, the Animal Crossing gamer, did not last long at all. She took to her channel, clearly in one of her fits, to preach the word to us and share her latest conspiracies. Side note, it was brought to my attention that my daft programmer worded borderline personality disorder on input as bipolar personality disorder. He was likely thinking of one while typing another. He is not the smartest some days. Apologies. Never mind. Let us have a listen to the pastor of horrors, Shanny.
Elijah here. I just want to go and say this to you guys. Well, not to you guys specifically, but to, the NWO, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, the governments, them. That's to them.
Wow. You are right, asshole, mate.
Wants Jesus, right? They definitely don't want you. They see how you force yourself and break people's will. And my will has been taken from me a long time ago. My want of survival, you know what I mean? That was taken away because I completely surrendered myself to Jesus Christ.
Does he know this? Because I happen to believe that he is not claiming responsibility for this.
I surrendered myself to Jesus Christ, and I know for the longest time you've tried to do this thing where you want to harass me all the time and treat me like crap and get up all in my business all the time, but it's like I'm completely honest with you and completely innocent with you, and you're just gonna have to fight my ideology at this point.
Her decline is quite rapid from here out.
Suffering so and being isolated, not being able to talk to anyone. And I guess when you're isolated, you go into guru mode because you start realizing and prioritizing and realizing what kind of value there is in life.
Who silenced you? You quite literally never shut the fuck up.
But instead of fighting the end, how about just embrace the end? Die like a Klingon, eyes wide open, man. Be like that, Because we only have a few years left on this earth. Why do you think it's been like this cold front came in? You think that's natural?
Is it not winter there? Are you all right?
No, that's them spraying metallics up in the air, man. That's why it's so a really frozen, metallic cold, and it gets in your bones. It's not normal.
What the fuckery, Shanny? Where is your tinfoil cap?
I'm just being honest with you guys. You know, laugh like you want, you know. They laughed at Noah. They laughed at Noah until the ark was sealed up and the flood came, and then they all screamed, "Let us in. Let us in." It's like, "No, it's too late for you guys, man."
She continues on. Her conspiracies becoming more and more unhinged. I do apologize for any Christians viewing this. She is not a correct reflection of you all. Shanny is just fucking bonkers. Moving on. The world is still bitter and cold and confusing over in the land of Queen Catherine, Madam of the Stimulants. Allegedly. 9 of November has come and gone, and as of creating this video there was no deposition updates. However, it appears that Catherine unfollowed her bestie, Lindsay Crisley, on both Instagram and Twitter. Wow. Now, I'm sure Lindsay did not notice. She never even acknowledged that Catherine exists. Catherine also made this post on Instagram. It reads as follows: for the people who have been asking and want to know about Todd Crisley's lawsuit against me, here's an update. Todd Crisley started a lawsuit against me in October alleging defamation, which I disagree with. My attorneys disagreed with his complaint as well, so yesterday they filed a motion to dismiss, arguing that his claims all regard statements that are truth, opinion, or fair reporting of facts, and that as a public figure he is unable to show defamation based on his complaint. The complaint and the motion documents are public and can be obtained from the court. Due to ongoing legal matters, we will not be making any further comments. Thanks to everyone for your ongoing support. Speaking of lawsuits, there has been little update on the Steve Mcrae front, other than the usual banter back and forth, and Unirock conspiracy theories. Unirock talks to bread. Enough said. In light of that, I have some advice for Mr. Mcrae. Aside from the fact that JKJ Declassified has now ventured into rounding up trolls to accuse myself of horrible things, she is publicly speaking on Mr. Mcrae, almost as if they are a couple. Mate, is this the evidence you so readily want set in the lap of Catherine Joy in your pending litigation? You are suing her for defamation, yet this urchin who has publicly attached herself to you spends her days doing
how they are even physically possible. Okay, well, I'm not really sure what they mean by that. And like, I'm a liberal. Okay, I'm a liberal. I support the LGBTQ plus. So like, they like didn't accept my submission. Do you think we should like make another one? How about we use like bananas this time? And whipped cream, yes.
Mate, if you think for one moment that the Paulsons have not documented all of your promotion of this literal defamation by this child, in your name, you are either as arrogant as I already imagined, or not as self-aware as you should like to think. I may just be a cat, but if I were attempting to sue someone for defamation I surely would not set this kind of evidence in the lap of the other party. Wow.
Oh, by the way, I've heard that rumor too. Apparently, I send beautiful women over to seduce people so they can get, like the goods on people that I can use to destroy them later on. How interesting is that? Yes, we already know you've been branded into the cult.
I'm tough.
Have you been, Jess? Have you been sliding into people's DMs to try to get dirt on them to be used against them later on? Are you honeypotting people?
No, but I've definitely been a creep to some people.
Adult content is free on the fucking internet, mate. And less damaging to your lawsuit. And finally, Evelyn's distant cousin, Lindsay McNeil, is attempting to utilize her trademark lies in my comments. Interesting.
That's her actual profile, right? This is where we video chatted last night. She was upset because I uploaded a video because people told me that what she did. So I exposed her DMs. And she called me hysterically crying, choking on her spit. That made me feel for her, and I took down my video. And now that I actually have timestamps and proof that she lied on Real Entertainment News.
I already know your game, you pickline pony. Not today, Satan. Not today.